Hey, my name is James John. Time for another episode of Crying in My Car. You guys are going to love this episode because we get to talk about, hey, someone figured out that if you pay teachers more money, they stay at the job. Who'd have thought? We also talk about the fact that when Devin was little, he was the pixie sticks fix guy in school. That's right, he was a hustler. Then we ended on bus drivers. They don't get enough respect and the incredible heat that these guys are dealing with. Stay tuned for our episode right now.
Hey everybody, welcome to this edition of Crying in My Car, a podcast for teachers. My name is Devin Siebold. Shout out to my boy James John, my co-host, and we're here to hopefully make you laugh a little bit, help you get through that work day. By the way, thank you all for listening, for sharing it. Everything's growing. Social media is doing crazy. Let people know, hey, I listen to this podcast. Teachers, you might like it. Non-teachers, you're definitely going to like it. The humor's there. And hopefully, we kind of pass on a good vibe to you. And be sure to rate that 5-star. I saw a 3-star drop. I saw a 3-star.
Don't do it.
And the thing was, the thing that hurt me is I read the 3-star and we love you. I watch all the time. I listen. It's great. By the way, I disagreed with one thing you said, and it's like, what?
You can disagree
You
with
gave
us
us a 3-star?
and still give us 5?
You gave us a 3-star?
Yes.
Yeah, but anyways, I'll take it.
Yeah.
It's stars are stars, but let's make them 5. Anyways, I did want to jump into something that I saw. Go ahead.
Before we jump into that,
Yeah.
Can I just thank them for one thing they did?
Yeah, sure.
They helped me do. Guys, I've been trying to do social media. You've been helping with that, Devin. I've been getting better. It's growing, and I love that. Thank you guys for following. But you guys helped me meet an actual milestone.
A milestone.
I want to shout them out. Thank you to board teachers. Thank you to Devin for letting me be on this platform. But you guys helped me get a video that's over 100,000 views.
What?
Thank you guys so
my
much.
goodness. You took
man.
your shirt off. I told you. I told you, James. I said
yes.
just a little bit of nip gets the views.
That is true.
Nobody believes me.
And thank you, sir, in Wisconsin, for that generous donation that you gave me.
It's amazing. Yeah,
Yes.
a little tip there.
Yeah, I did.
So you're showing your feet? What's going on?
Oh, no.
What
I'm
was
not
it
giving
about?
away the whole thing. Not at once. No, that comes next.
Yeah.
200K feet.
Share those videos.
Thank
help
you,
out
guys.
James. Get
Thank
those
you so
followers. I'm putting out content now again, too.
Look at you.
I got some good content coming
Nice.
your way. Yeah,
All
so
right.
that's awesome, man. And congratulations
Thank
on
you.
that. So what I want to talk about.
Okay.
I was looking online, and there's 2 things I want to discuss, okay? The Teachers of the Year are already being announced.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe I'm the only one, but we would get voting for Teacher of the Year the second week into school.
The second week?
Yeah. They'd go, hey, the ballots are open for Teacher of the Year. Here's who nominated.
Well, who was killing it 2 weeks in?
Well, because the competition is so drawn out.
Okay.
Like they name the Teacher of the Year for that local school within like the first month or 2.
Okay.
And then it goes on to district level. Who's the Teacher of the Year in the district? And then the Teacher of the Year gets named. And then they go, oh, we have to compete at the state level.
Ooh.
So there's a big Teacher of the Year state level competition. And then you get the state winner. And then the national Teacher of the Year is like the big one.
Oh, of
and they
course.
have all those nominated National Teachers of the Year, so we have to decide who wins that. So the actual process of all the levels means that the nomination has to happen so early, but also there's other teachers that are new that might be a Teacher of the Year.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't say that. I mean, that's like saying, hey, your first album can't be Grammy nominated.
Yeah, that's what? Yeah.
We only take second albums and
Yeah, there
third
you go.
albums. You know,
Yeah.
you can't possibly do it right the first time.
No.
And I disagree with that, man. I see some of these Teacher of the Year nominations, and it should be Teacher of the previous year nominations.
Yes.
Because we always say, oh, it's for this year, but how do you know they're any good?
And 2 weeks in.
In 2 weeks in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, who gets to vote?
The faculty gets to vote.
Okay.
So then it's also a popularity contest. I mean, because I don't know how they teach.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I've never walked in their classroom.
I wasn't there.
They're at all the meetings. I see them. They're very nice.
Gotcha.
Do I think they're the Teacher of the Year? I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, and honestly, I've never voted for Teacher of the Year.
Just not once?
Not once. And the reason being is I don't feel comfortable being somebody's make or break when I don't know your quality of teaching.
Gotcha.
I could vote for my favorite, but the favorite person is maybe not the Teacher of the Year that deserves it.
So now I'm confused because I'm thinking to myself, no one really knows how their their other teachers are as far as in the classroom. So how am I going to really vote?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're just making this up as we go.
It's just a popularity contest.
Yeah, absolutely.
The sad part is that I was my last year. I left before they did the nominations, or I would have obviously been. But seriously though, my notoriety and popularity was growing online, and I had teachers coming up to me going, "Oh my gosh, I watch all your videos. It's cool. We have a celebrity working here."
Oh,
well, if my name was on the ballot, I'd probably get Teacher of the Year.
Yeah,
off of people going, "I know that one. I watch all his stuff.
Yeah.
He's funny." Doesn't mean I'm a great teacher.
Not at all.
I know a lot of teacher content creators. They're terrible human beings. And I guarantee they are horrible in the class.
That's funny because what if Miss Johnson always brought cookies for the teachers? She wins.
She's in it.
Yeah.
All you got to do is not pitch your multi-level marketing scheme to the teachers and everybody loves you.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
they're
right.
like, that one sells me Cincy. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah. But it's not a teacher of the year. It's a who's the most popular teacher of the year.
Of course.
Now, I will say, once you start to get up there, then it becomes your teacher under a microscope.
Yes.
Which is also, I think, and I want to discuss this, the gift and the curse of the teacher of the year. I would never, ever want teacher of the year. It's like American Idol. You don't want to win it. You want to get second. You want to get third. You want to get a little notoriety, because if you win it, there's obligations.
They own you.
They are. You got the contract. Yep. You're under a microscope. Yep. Oh, you won it? Okay. Let's see. Show us what you can do.
Album better be fire.
Yeah.
That album better be fire.
You know how many parents are going to be like, the grading's a day late. Teacher of the year, I guess, huh?
Oh,
you would have everything you'd be under a microscope constantly. That's the gift and it's a lotto curse, bro.
Yeah, because everybody expects you to be perfect every single day.
Every day.
That's not humanly possible, yes.
I mean, I couldn't deal with that mental weight on your shoulders, just thinking, hey, you're teacher of the year, you got to be, and I'm guilty. I'm not going to lie. Our teacher of the year would walk in late to a meeting and be like, teacher of the year, you're late. Guess teacher of the year can show up whenever they want. But it was how...
And he's like, I can hear you.
He's like, good. I was talking about you before you got here, too.
Yes. You become the end all be all because think about it. Any teacher has a problem. What do? You're like the relief pitcher of the Yankees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Call in the pitcher.
Yep. It's literally the star player. And they're looking at you. Yep. Hey, we're a D school. Where were you?
Yeah.
You didn't save us.
Great Bambino. Where were you?
Where were you?
Yeah.
But I always think about that pressure that they have on their shoulders, which also, I will say this too. I think that the state, I would love to see some analytics on this. There's a curse of teacher of the year. The teacher of the year in the county, it's like, yay, hey. All the pressure's on you. The teacher of the year in the state and national level, I would love to see how many stayed teaching.
Ooh.
And the reason I say that is because it's like...
That's good.
It's like, you're LeBron. You win the championship. It's like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm retiring on top.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is a lot of these teachers of the year, I see that they're teacher of the year in the profile. I was Colorado teacher of the year. It's like, what do you do now? I wrote a book. I'm touring.
Yep.
I'm talking at different schools. I'm giving... Because now you have that notoriety.
A little prestige.
Yeah. It's like when a comic gets... The Tonight Show, the original Tonight Show. Like in the 90s.
Johnny, yeah.
In the 90s, 80s, when you got the Tonight Show, you were made.
That's it. Your career was solidified.
Yeah. And you didn't have to. You were like, I'm not doing the small clubs anymore.
No,
Why would I go back to my Title I school?
Yeah.
When I can go work at a charter school for
I'm
6
going
figures.
To the big leagues.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think they're in high demand. You got that. Once you have that credential, I think that a lot of them quit. And maybe I'm wrong. I'd love to see some statistics on this.
I would love people to send us stuff.
But I see sometimes the people that go, I won Teacher of the Year. And I go, great. What did you do the next year? And they're like, left. It's like, okay, all right. Yeah, but they write a book. They leave. They go to the Ron Clark Academy and teach with him. And I don't know. I don't know if it's a gift, but it's like the Madden cover curse. Like you're on the cover of Madden 1 year. And the next year, you're on that injured reserve.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so
it happen.
I don't know. If there's some teachers of the year out there, I would love to. Were you fired up? I mean, we keep doing it. Is it a good thing? I always wonder, is Teacher of the Year a good thing, or are we just setting it up to lose our best?
Not. I'm going with it. I don't think it is, but it does lead me to an interesting question, man. That you bring that up. Kind of trying to move up as a teacher. Is a teacher's ultimate goal when they start out? No matter.
This is so awkward. I feel like I feel like, what was it, Marco Rubio when he took the drink? Those of you watching, you're like, what is he doing? They gave us a glass of water, and I'm trying to take a sip.
I want to think that we're the Rat Pack because.
Yeah, I feel that way. But go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to
my
interrupt
question is this, though. As you, in any profession, you want to move up, right? So as a teacher, when you start at any grade level, is the ultimate goal to be a professor? Is that what you guys think when you get into the education field?
One of the worst things about teaching is that my pay is the same as another person's pay, even though they do a worse job.
Gotcha.
I can be a great teacher, but you could be a subpar teacher, and you have
still get
more. I saw that my first year. My first year, I knew how much money I was making. We had a pay schedule. I knew there was another teacher 20 years in. They had a pay schedule. Their pay was substantially higher than mine, and they stunk. They were a terrible teacher, and I thought I was a great teacher.
Got it.
And I was like, so I have to wait till I'm 20 years in to get that money.
Yeah.
I can't just go, hey, my statistics, my testing matches hers. I should get a little bit more pay, right?
No.
Yeah, and so that's why I hate pay for performance, but also I like pay for excelling. I think that we should have something to go, hey, you deserve more money because you're really good.
Gotcha.
You know?
Some kind of reward system. Like if you're doing a great, like so at work, you can get merit raises.
To answer your question, a lot of them that seek out professorship and adjunct, or being in an actual school as a tenured professor, sometimes they chase the bigger paychecks.
Okay.
The more freedom, sometimes it's like, oh, I can get paid better over there, have more freedom, pick and choose my classes, teach things that I'm specialized in, that I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
And also, guess what? A kid doesn't show up to my class 2 times in a row, I unenroll him. I have that
it's
power.
not my business because let him waste his money.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too. People are paying for it. When people are paying for something, they appreciate it more, which in the comedy world.
Yes.
This man has repeated this to me over and over again. You can't give a free comedy show.
No, you cannot. But here's what happens to people out there listening to us. When you have a free comedy show, there's a certain kind of expectation when something's free, especially when it's entertainment. You don't expect a lot, and you don't give it the attention or respect that it probably deserves. But when you pay for something, you are investing your hard-earned cash. So you are wanting to get something from this experience. You go to the Improv, you're spending $30 to $50 on a ticket, so you are ready to have a good time.
Yeah, you're dressed nice,
Yes.
you behave well,
Yes.
you say, but should we carry that mentality over into schools?
Ooh, that's a tough question.
Should we force parents to pay for education, like directly?
Ooh, you'd see a lot more.
I mean, then you're privatizing it, of course.
Yeah, but then you would see a lot more parents that are being active parents in their kids'
I'm paying for
education.
this.
Yeah, hey.
I'm paying for
How about
this.
them fractions there, Sonny? Let's get on that.
Exactly.
Yeah, you would see a lot more.
Yeah, if my check has a deduction of $200 a month,
Yeah.
how much am I gonna beat you if you don't? To get back to your question, maybe teachers do look at college. I never looked at college. I thought it'd be fun to teach it.
I think it would be.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Because my mindset in high school to when I was in college, completely different.
But
the way I behaved, the way I was invested in it, completely different.
But there's kindergarten teachers that would never want to teach an adult.
Because they love the interaction.
That's it.
With the,
That's their kindergarten, pre-K. That's a cult, by the way.
Yeah. Our friend Kel is in that.
I'm being honest. Kindergarten teachers, that's a cult.
Yeah.
I love them to death, but you got to have a mindset to be a kindergarten teacher, and that mindset does not waver.
No, that's my point.
It's like, we wanted to give you the first grade. No. I'm teaching kindergarten.
And they never break out a kindergarten character.
Yeah.
They always talk slow, deliberately, and they give you gold stars for things.
I love it. They're so into it.
They are.
It's a cult, but it's one that I proudly bring my kids to because I'm like, this is your kindergarten teacher. She's passionate.
Yeah, you can tell.
I don't even have to talk to her.
Yeah.
I know she loves what she does.
Yes.
She's in the kindergarten classroom.
Because they tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, how are you? Yes, welcome.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Can I get a gold star?
Yeah, gold star for you.
I love it.
Yeah.
So it's so, middle school, high school, I taught there. That's a passion too, but it's not a cult.
No.
It's the lower grades. They love what they do.
Yeah.
They wake up and go, "This is what I'm doing," and they go to sleep going, "Can't wait to do it again tomorrow."
No, they love it. They're
And,
pumped
and
up.
so I don't think you could get them to be a college professor.
No, because that'd be weird.
Yeah.
Oh, you look a little sad. Who's being a little grumpy pants?
I paid $20,000. Please do not give me a gold star.
I know, right?
All right, you want to jump into the teachers in the news, my
I
friend?
love it.
A Chicago area teacher is fired after parents got mad at their social media. Now, it wasn't just they're having a drink.
Okay.
It wasn't just, hey, I don't like this kid. It was satanic worship and psychosis.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a little cause for concern. Apparently, there was a teacher in the Chicago area that was newly hired elementary level teacher.
Okay.
We were just talking about it. It is a cult.
It is. It is.
It's a literal cult. No, I'm just
literal,
kidding.
yeah.
But anyways, no. This apparently the parents found their social media online. This parent teacher had posted several posts about Satanism. Saying Satanism, saying that Satan was good, and basically that they also had bipolar disorder, which is not a reason to fire somebody, but they did repeat, I have done things in psychosis and mania that have been violent and hurtful. That should maybe come up on a background check.
Okay, that's the line. They
and
crossed
said,
it.
love the devil back, kill the poor. Things you probably shouldn't say. Also threw in an NWA, F the police in there too.
Really?
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Maybe let's not throw that there on social media. I look at that and I go, I get it why parents are outraged. Would not want my child in that classroom
no, me either. Yeah.
So anyways, teacher was fired, let go. And hopefully, I hate to say it, but I hope they get the help that they need because obviously they said they have some mental health disorders.
Oh, yeah.
And so, that needs treated. And then hopefully they find a job that, is a little better and not around children.
Well, if he does worship Satan, he could always work at Hot Topic.
Oh, yeah. Or Extremely Hot Topic.
Extremely I like it.
All right. Oh, this next one, extreme heat.
Yeah.
Extreme heat is becoming a danger of Kansas City area school bus drivers. One thing you don't really think about, but some of these school buses are not air conditioned
That's right.
still.
That's right.
It blows my mind. We don't even talk about that, but we talk about the UPS drivers all the time.
Yes.
And the UPS drivers just went on strike, and guess what? They're getting AC in their trucks.
And guess what? They also got raises to make over 6 figures a year.
Yep. I wish school bus drivers would go on strike because that's the kind of stuff you need. These air conditioned, you can retrofit an old school bus with
Absolutely.
an AC on the top of the roof.
Yes.
Cut out a hole, plaster it on there, amp up the alternator. Bam, you're done.
Yeah.
It's should be something that we just go, hey, it's really hot. You probably should have AC on the buses.
That's not a want. That's a need. Let's talk about it. We live in Florida. We've had record 100-degree weather here.
Yeah.
And it's been sustained. And let's be honest, it doesn't get too cool here.
No.
It's hot year round. So that scares me because I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, this bus driver apparently pulled over and was taken by ambulance because of heat exhaustion.
That's crazy.
They were by themselves. Luckily, no kids on the bus, and they said they phoned in that they weren't feeling well, lightheaded, dizzy. They pulled over to the side. Ambulance was called, and luckily they were able to get him some help. But come on now. It apparently was peak heat index during this drive, 119 degrees outside.
That's insane.
And not only that, but this particular bus driver maybe saved some kids that day by pulling over and going, I don't feel well. And hopefully they got treated and are released and good, but the kids would have gotten on that bus too.
That's crazy.
In 119 degrees.
I don't want my kid in that.
No, I wouldn't either. And so, something's got to be done with this extreme heat. It's not going to get better.
No.
And plus, the problem that I will also say is schools used to start after Labor Day. And it's a little bit cooler.
Yep.
Just a
Yep.
99, not 119.
119 is.
And so we keep pushing this school start date up, and we go, we're just start a little earlier. And there's consequences.
There is.
Summer's not over yet.
Yeah. Only person that wouldn't complain about that heat would be the one teacher that worships Satan.
Yeah. You know what? Feels great. 119. Yeah, that's Another one on the school bus driver. I do want to talk about this. This one is interesting. They are having some chaos on these school bus driver shortages. Now, I want to talk about the chaos first. Bus driver shortage is causing back to school chaos. I received some notes. Some school districts had to shut down
Because they're not enough drivers.
they didn't have enough drivers. Also, there was one school district that started all schools at the same time, and they did a bus route where they had elementary, middle, and high on the same bus. I do not like that.
No.
I don't want a kindergartner on the same bus as a 12th grader.
I don't think that's right.
That they're not talking about the same things.
They're going to hear some things they're not ready for.
Yep, and those kids have no remorse. They don't care.
No.
Hey, that'll be a game. Let's make
kid.
the first grader cry. That's just ripe for bullying and inappropriate things. That said, also, these school bus drivers are having trouble with these routes of trying to get everybody.
There's no way.
James, I'm not making this up. Kids were reported missing because some kids did not get off the school bus till 10 p.m.
That's crazy.
Can you imagine?
No, I
just
can't.
sitting at home going, "Where's my child?" And they go, "On the bus." Where's the bus? It's dropping off somebody 40 miles down the road who's also in elementary school because we don't have enough school bus drivers. So they had to shut it all down and redo it and had to refigure it out and go, hey, this ain't working. Because kids were literally being dropped off at 10 o'clock at night.
That's okay. Here's my question as a guy that's on the outside, like I always say. I understand why there's teacher shortages, but I'm not quite sure why is there bus driver shortage.
Well, the pay is significantly worse.
Really?
I mean, bus driver shortages, it doesn't make any sense to me why you would be a bus driver in the state of Florida when Disney World can hire you for double the pay.
You can be a bus driver at Disney.
Yeah, at Disney.
Yes.
And literally just take bus routes, short little bus drives all over. You've got the CDL license. You're ready to go. I don't understand why you would want to do it, except for the freedom of taking kids in the morning, having maybe some time off. I don't know. Maybe working the same hours as your kids is something that you want. But to be honest with you, I don't know. It's got to be a passionate job that they want to do that.
I guess so.
But...
yeah,
I don't know. I've seen the pay. I've seen the pay.
I think you answered the question.
The pay is atrocious.
Yeah.
The conditions are atrocious. The disrespect is atrocious.
Yes.
You are on a moving vehicle with your hands on the wheel, and there's fights in the back.
There's
kids not having. I mean, it's hard to maintain, and you don't have the respect either.
No.
We respected my bus driver when we
had
was growing
to.
up, but they don't respect these bus drivers anymore.
No.
So there's drivers retiring, issues recruiting new bus drivers, losing to private industry. That's what I just talked about, and apparently COVID-19 concerns even among some of the other bus drivers as well. And there's just a lot of people that are not wanting to be the bus drivers, and that it's literally leaving chaos. Mm-hmm. Some kids can't get to school. Some kids have to go way earlier. Some kids arrive way later. Not good. And so, but the thing is we saw this coming. That's what I don't understand. I don't understand how you can literally not see this coming and start up school and go, that happened? Yeah, it did. You ain't paying enough people. There's not enough bus drivers. What are you talking about?
But they
what are you
continue
doing?
to build new schools.
Yeah.
It's going to, yeah.
Again, we always put the what does they say? The cart
before the
horse. Yeah. All right. This next one, though, may be a solution. I don't know how I feel about this, James.
Uh-oh.
Parents are being offered $3,000 to drive kids to school amid the school bus driver shortage.
Now, do I have to be their parents to get that money?
Are you just gonna be driving random kids to school?
Hey, you're a kid? Get in the car.
Get in the car. I need that check. You pulled up. You're like, who signs?
Who signs?
This isn't my school. Get out.
Get out.
It's in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They give you up to $3,000 if you agree to drive your students to school. One of the several ways that the district is trying to combat the bus driver shortage for this upcoming academic school year. Basically, they are giving you $300 a month, saying, hey, look, if you're willing to take your kid to school, $300 a month. Not only that, there's an option for parents who agree to drive their kids to school in the morning, but not use a bus driver service in the afternoon. So drive in the morning. So you have to drive them in the morning, but not use it in the afternoon. Okay. Anyways, one of the two ways.
Hey, it works.
You got to work at one of the times. So it's $150 a month. So they give you half the rate. Hey, you picked up half the amount.
And for a lot of people, that's a great incentive for something you probably already do.
Yeah, they're passing the money over. Mm-hmm. They said, look, we got this shortage. We need some help with this. And by the way, looking at this, Philly is a big city.
Yeah.
Philly's expensive to live in. Mm-hmm. I'm seeing the bus driver starting pay. Do you know what it is?
No.
$45,000 a year. $45,000 a year. That's
nothing.
That's poverty wages.
Yeah.
Poverty wages. So anyways, apparently they had 105 bus driver openings. 105 bus driver openings. I mean, you can't, and that's the thing is there's no substitute bus drivers.
No.
You can't go, oh, you can drive a Hyundai? You know what? We'll give you a temporary certification.
What, you got a scooter? Cool.
Take this.
Yeah. Just like traffic school.
Yeah. Turmoil. They had a lot of problems. And so, wow. Chicago's short 619 school bus drivers.
That is a lot
my
of people.
goodness.
How do you even fill that?
Yeah. Apparently it was $15 an hour and they raised it to $25 an hour in hopes of enticing new hires. 25 is pretty good. You know, I would hopefully that helps, but at least we understand where the problem is. Okay. This is breaking news, James.
Okay, I like it.
Breaking news.
All right.
It turns out Charleston County in South Carolina. Guess what? Wait, hold on. Let me make sure. Charleston County, South Carolina. They have discovered something, James, that is groundbreaking.
I love it.
Paying teachers more worked. And they have eased their teacher shortage. James.
What? How did they think of that?
I don't know.
How did they come up with it? What?
They said they offered a pay raise bonus of $5,000 to teachers to stay in their classroom. And guess what? They only have 55 vacancies in the entire county.
You know what's great about that?
They formed a task force.
No, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
I was going to say, you know what's great? I would love to be at the meeting where one guy stood up and said it. Like, imagine that. Hey, all right, everybody settle down. Listen. Listen, I think I may have it. What if, hear me out.
I'm listening.
What if we pay the teachers more money? Now, everybody went crazy. Like, oh, my God, what? No, settle down. One guy's like, settle down. That sounds crazy enough to work.
It just might work.
Yeah.
Literally, like the planners from the movie Armageddon are in the corner running the numbers. They're like, it looks good on paper. But I mean,
it's just an old guy like smoking a cigar.
He's like,
you're going to have to trust me.
You know what? We tried that once in 62. They buried the records at the Pentagon. Dude, they said that they formed this task force to see if it would work, and apparently paying them more did.
You know what, man? God bless them, Devin.
It's just crazy enough to work. But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe other schools can learn about this revolutionary new thing that they've got over in Charleston County. But yeah, $5,000 for existing teachers.
First off, congratulations to the teachers,
Helping out the existing ones.
Yes.
Not just offering a huge pay bump to the other teachers coming in. They were able to retain teachers. All right. Now, over to Huston ISD. Now, Huston ISD, you may remember, was taken over by the state.
Yeah.
You remember we talked about that? Wild. The stories come out of Huston ISD ever since this takeover. Mind-blowing. A woman whose identity she wanted to conceal because she's afraid of a retaliation by the school district. That should tell you the initial mentality of Huston ISD. Apparently has rejected employment after the offer that was sent to her.
Okay.
Now, she received a letter from the school district. She is in a high school high-needs special education teacher field.
Okay.
She is filling a high-needs area. Special education teachers, we need them bad. They offered her and handed to her a proposal signed by both her and a member of the school district, stating that her base salary would be $92,000 and $12,000 in stipends.
Okay.
6 figures.
That sounds amazing.
We need special education teachers. Houston, big district. They got some money.
Yeah.
Great. Couldn't believe it, she says. They were offering great money, and I was going to do what I love to do.
Yeah.
Then, apparently, she received another letter. A second one came in the mail, and apparently said, sorry, you're not eligible for the higher salaries at other schools apparently because she was part of a voluntary program to become a teacher.
Okay.
To work in that school district. So they said, sorry about that. Your pay is actually $85,000, no incentive. Now you just cut my pay $22,000 now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm upset, but $85,000.
It's still for a teacher?
Maybe that'll work.
Yeah,
pretty good.
yeah.
And she said, hey, that wasn't part of it. And she was confused about the offer. So then she received another offer.
Oh, God. No.
The third offer, she said, did not have a salary listed.
Okay.
And she said, wait a second, you sent me a first offer for $92,000 and an extra $15,000. Then you sent me another offer for $85,000, and we already signed the first offer.
Yeah.
She gets a third offer, has no salary. She says, I would like some clarification on this salary. Is it 92 with the incentives, or is it 85?
With
and
none.
they responded, it's 65.
No.
They offered her $65,000. And she said, this has got to be a typo. She went to the administrative building, waited for 3 hours to meet with somebody from HR, and they said, sorry about that. The offer that we sent for $65,000 is the only one we are going to acknowledge and accept. There is no negotiation.
So she did not take this job.
Oh, she said no.
No,
I'm out.
I don't blame her.
She's been a teacher for 7 years, trying to move into Huston ISD and their teacher recruitment program. She said she felt blindsided. Talk about a waste of time.
Yeah, it is a waste of
talk
time.
about a waste of time. She could have been prepping the classroom, getting ready. And the thing is that you already sent an offer. You already got the signatures on it. Somebody approved that, and then they
Legally, I'm sure
I would think.
you could sue.
I would
I'm
think.
pretty sure you got the legal document in hand.
Well, not only that, but you get the first document that says we agreed to these terms.
Yes.
And she's anticipating that job. Now they've wasted her time. I don't know what, from the first offer to the last offer, I don't know what time has passed, but that's time you could have been accepting jobs in another area.
Or when I hear I'm going to be getting 90-something thousand, what do I start doing? I start preparing to go move there. I start preparing and buying things.
Yeah.
And I probably can't return now. Like, I would definitely seek some legal action because this sounds so shady.
And I would take that first letter with the offer for 92 and 15, and I would go to your next interview, and they go, what would you like? Well, my last school gave me this. This is what I had before. Can you match it? Oh, that's high. Yeah, it's high, but as you can see, signatures there. We all agreed on it.
You could try that, but they might Shark Tank you. Oh, for those reasons, I'm out.
Yeah, dude, I feel bad for her.
So do I.
Honestly, that's a great offer. The first one,
That's amazing.
The second offer is a reasonable offer. The third offer, you're just kicking dirt
You
in
are.
somebody's face.
You are.
And that's not called for. So yeah, especially when you say it's non-negotiable. And apparently, she said she couldn't get anybody from the district on the phone,
Of
so
course
she had
not.
to go wait 3 hours in line. That I've been there. Our school district never answered their phones.
That's great.
Never answered
Ever.
their phones.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was unbelievable. I remember when we had COVID happen.
Yeah.
And we had to log on, and they published, my school district published a hotline. If you had problems logging in, call this number. And you know what that number did? It said, you are number 4,793 in line. And then James, it would go, you are number 3,893. And you're like, oh, they got rid of 1,000 calls in just a few seconds. That's great. You are number 2,800. You're like, oh, okay, all right. And then they get down to, you are number 200. And it's like, oh, here we go. You are number 4. Oh, here we go. And then click.
It was just hanging
The
up.
entire day, it just hung up on people. Do you realize they didn't know? I'm like, who's sitting in the office going, nobody's having any issues. That's
Hey,
great.
Look at this.
Look
It's
at that.
working.
It worked the first time for everybody.
No one had. Not one single person.
It was hanging up on people the whole time. They had to issue a press release going, sorry about that.
Hey.
It was just designated to hang up on you.
Wow, sorry.
And I mean, every time you called, you're like, man, they're flying through these numbers.
Look at
And then you
this.
get to the end and you realize we're just lemmings.
That's it.
Going right off the edge
That's
of a cliff. So, yeah. So, Houston ISD, man, you got to get it together. But then again, they have no pressure to get it together because it's government ran from the state. There's no, it's all forced elections and all that stuff. All right. Last thing I want to talk about. We're done with talking about that. But I want to talk about the school bus, James.
Oh, let's
These
talk
school bus
about it.
drivers don't get the respect they
don't.
deserve. And not only that, but they don't get the money they deserve. Do you have any good school bus stories? And think about it while I tell you mine. I've got some great school bus stories.
Do you really?
Great school bus stories. Man, school bus was my thing back in the day. I lived my life on the school bus.
Gotcha.
That was where you showed out. You know?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But I've got 3 great school bus stories. All happened in the same year. Okay, one year I went to a new school, Century Elementary, Melbourne, Florida. They come up to pick me up. They're gonna pick me up. Okay. My mom says, she goes, "Hey, I'm gonna drop you off at the bus stop.
Yeah.
This is your first day at school. You're gonna have fun. It'll be great. The school bus will pick you up right here." She goes. My mom tells me, she goes, "I'm gonna go get breakfast at this bagel place down the road, and hope you have a great day." And I was like, "Okay, all right." James, I stood there for about 10 minutes, and I was like, I missed the bus. There's nobody here. I missed the bus.
Nobody's there. Nobody's the only
there.
one. Yeah.
I'm like, nobody's here. I missed the bus. I missed the bus. The sun's up. Nobody's here. And I go, I have to find my mom.
Oh.
James, I'm in 2nd grade.
Oh gosh.
I'm in 2nd grade. I walked along a highway like 3 miles.
Looking for that.
I found the bagel place.
Uh-huh.
And I walk into the bagel place. You want to see a shocked mother. I walked in. I was like, I missed my bus. She's like, she's like,
how'd you get here? Yeah.
And I was like, I walked. She's like, you walked in? Like flipping out, like, oh my God. And I'm like, I missed the bus. She goes, you didn't miss the bus. I dropped you early. I'm like, I don't know. I thought I missed the bus.
Yeah, you don't know how buses work, man. Yeah.
I was so naive to the fact that I was just there early. And man,
I like that you had a plan though. You're like, hey man, missed the bus. I'm just gonna go find my mom.
Yeah,
real quick.
Yep. And so let me tell you my second story. I'll never forget this day at the bus stop. I'm sitting at the bus stop. I'm a kid, and man, crisscross is popular. It's the 90s.
I remember those
pants.
Yeah.
Sagging the pants was in.
Because inside out, it's wiggity wiggity whack.
Wiggity wiggity whack.
Yeah.
And I was sagging my pants, and I'll never forget. My friend is behind me. He's like, I can see your underwear, man. I said, that's in.
Yeah.
That's the trend.
Yeah.
James, the school bus door opened. I went to step on. My pants fell down.
Oh, absolutely.
I fell face first onto the stairs, butt in the air. And my friend's like, is that in too? I'm like, we won't talk about that. We won't talk about that. Yeah.
I can tell you my bus driver's last day.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell. Okay, go ahead.
I was in 8th grade. I was about to graduate. I was about to go to high school. And we were some bad kids in 8th grade.
You were a bad kid in the 8th grade.
I mean, not me so much. I like to talk. That's fun. I always got a little rowdy and got everybody a little piped up.
Yeah.
Not too much. Not too bad. There's one kid that would always try someone. You know the one kid? He loved the mouth off.
I might have been that kid.
You might have, oh, no,
But no, I'm just
Devin,
kidding.
no.
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
But there's always that one kid, right?
Sure.
And the bus driver wanted us to sit down. And sometimes you just stand up. You're not even like meaning to just be bad. You're like, oh, you're just excited, so you stand up while you're talking. It's like, no, sit down, guys. Oh, my bad. Bus driver had told Mr. Jenkins, told this kid, Ray, sit down, Ray. Because Ray always liked to stand up. And Ray one day just felt like, you know what? Not today, Mr. Jenkins. And Ray said, nah, I ain't got to sit down.
Ooh, that's why we have a shortage.
The bus stops. Everybody's like, ooh.
On the railroad track.
Yeah. The bus driver just calmly gets off, closes the door, walks away. So Mr. Jenkins had told him, sit down, Ray. And Ray's like, nah, I don't got to sit down. So the bus stops. And everybody's like, ooh. So he goes back there and is like, Ray, I need you to sit down right now or this bus ain't moving.
Yeah.
I ain't got to sit down. You ain't my daddy. It's like, Ray, I'm going to give you one more chance to sit down. It's like, what if I don't sit down? What you going to do? Hit me? Mr. Jenkins hit him. But that was Mr. Jenkins' last day.
Oh, I bet it was.
Ray.
I bet it was. I was waiting at the school bus the next day. I'm like, he's not here. I should go to the bagel place.
But yeah, that's Mr. Jenkins' last day. Hey, shout out to Mr. Jenkins, by the way.
Shout out, Mr. Jenkins. Now,
Ray, sit down.
No.
What you gonna do? Hit me?
Lose my job.
That's right.
All right. So let me tell you my favorite story. I told this story, and I don't think I told it on here, but man, it was my favorite story about the school bus.
Okay.
I was in 3rd, 4th grade, something like that. I'm a kid. Elementary school. We're all elementary kids.
Yeah.
We're driving to school. the song "Foolish Games" by Jewel had just came out.
Okay.
And Foolish Games was all over the place. You couldn't get away from it. It was a huge hit.
A huge hit. Yeah.
And it was on the radio all the time. And our bus driver would play the radio. And the radio would constantly
That's
come
the cool
on.
bus driver, by the way.
Yeah, they played the radio.
Yeah.
And so we would always hear the songs. And we would always get to sing along with the songs. Well, Foolish Games has a part in it where she goes, "Excuse me, I've mistaken you for somebody else. Somebody who gave a damn. Somebody more like myself."
Oh, that's right.
I know. I can't keep singing because we'll get flagged by YouTube because it sounds too much like her.
Yeah, copyrighted.
Copyrighted.
But you killed that, by the way.
I think
you killed that.
So, anyways, there's the part where she goes, "Somebody who gave a damn." And as kids, we're sitting in the back and we're waiting. And we're not singing a single line. And it's coming, and we can see it coming. And it was every morning they played this song when we were on the bus. Every morning.
Clockwork.
Like clockwork. You know, radio station's very predictable. It's the big hit. We're playing it during rush hour. And I mean, you want to see something funny is all the kids, I mean, simultaneously, "Somebody who gave a damn." I mean, she would turn it up. She knew it was coming. She was like, "I want to hear a bus full of elementary kids say damn." And we said it, I mean, yelling out the window, "Damn!" I mean, like, it was.
You can see the veins in your neck.
It was the highlight of
your
our
day.
bus trip, man.
Oh, that's funny.
I just remember that being just, oh man, when you're a kid, it's some of those little things stick with you, man. It's the fun things.
Because you know what it was? Being on the bus as a kid was your first taste of freedom.
Oh yeah,
that's what it was, man. Because
That's true too.
You wasn't with your parents.
Yep.
You were with your friends, and you were kind of in your own little island back there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's your first taste of freedom as a kid.
I was a hustler too.
Oh, were you pushing like blow pops?
I'll tell you right now.
Go ahead, bro. Talk about it.
Siebold 96. I was straight hustling.
Straight hustling?
Pixie sticks.
Not pixie
The
sticks.
neon with the plastic.
Stop.
Yep. I went and I buy 100 of them and I sell them 10 for $1. Well, I bought 100 of them for $1 at Dollar General. And I'll never forget, my mom was like, "Where did all these pixie sticks come from?" I had bags. I get on the bus, I'd be like, "Who's buying?" And all the kids, the entire school bus was just kids with them in their mouth, just cracking them open.
Yeah.
And I got in trouble because it was all over school. I was the pixie stick hustler at Central Middle School back in 96, and I was the guy that they were looking for. They were tracing it. I'm telling you, they were just like forensic files. Like, where did it come from? Who gave you this?
Gotcha.
And then
Checking out a kid.
It eventually got to me, and they came on the school bus, and they were like, "You." And I'm sitting there with my fat stacks, and I'm like, "What?" With me.
It's funny. They knew you did it because you looked completely different than the other fourth graders.
I got a gold tooth. I was sitting there
An
looking.
eye patch.
I'm looking like the Godfather. I'm like, "Step into my bus."
Yes.
I got the kiss to bring.
Is that kid smoking a cigarette?
We covered it up with the Pentagon years ago, dude. I'm telling you, like, I was the pixie stick hustler, and I made a fortune for a small amount of time before they shut down my services.
The teacher knew right away when you walked in the classroom because you crip walked.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just throwing out pixie sticks. Yeah, for you,
Hey,
for you.
You want to fix that pix?
That was on my shirt.
I know,
That was
right?
on my shirt. Get your fix with the picks.
La da 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 da. Pixie sticks.
Dude, I was that way, man. I
That's
had
funny.
fun. Yeah, I did that, and I also remember selling pogs too. I used to sell
Really?
pogs. Used to hustle the pogs. I was a hustler on the.
I used to
school bus.
buy from a guy, gum was huge because you couldn't have gum.
Gum.
So gum was contraband. It was like being in prison. Hey, man, you got that gum?
Yeah.
Blow pops were huge.
Yep.
Stuff like that, man.
Yeah, I remember that. So we were over in school in elementary, hustling the pixie sticks
That's
and
so funny.
singing foolish games because
Yeah.
we were playing in foolish games with the sticks.
You were, man.
Yeah. So, James, I love you, man. You got this has been a fun episode, by the way. Please
great
share
episode.
these episodes,
Please.
please. I know you're having fun listening to them. We have fun making them. Let everybody know I listen to Crying in My Car. It's my favorite podcast.
Nice.
James, you got some stuff coming up, my friend?
I do, man. I got all kinds of comedy shows coming up. I would love to see you guys. And when you do come to my comedy shows, please let me know that you listen to the podcast. I've had that happen. That is so cool.
Yeah.
I would love to take pictures with you guys so I can follow you back. But you can follow me at the same account for Facebook and Instagram, James Yon, comedian YON.
I get a lot of people that come to these board teacher shows, and it used to be I watch all your videos, and I'll tell you, it's been expanding to I watch all your videos. Also, I listen to the podcast.
Nice.
I listen to every episode. I love the podcast. So it's cool to see our fan base growing. So again, thank you all for your support. DevinComedy.com for the upcoming tour dates. If you want me to speak at your school, just message me. Any platform, I'd be happy to give you the info. And I guess we'll be back next week.
We will be.
With another episode of Crying in My Car, a podcast for teachers. Thanks for tuning in. There might be a clip up there. There might be a clip down there. If it's got our face, if it's other people's stuff, come back. Don't click on that, But us, suggested things. That's us. Crying in My Car. Devin, Siebold, James Yon, board teachers. Watch. New trailer for Indiana Jones. No, don't do that. Don't do that.